Good morning, Tottenham fans. Tottenham are playing Bayern Munich tomorrow without a recognised number 10. Now that is a problem. Tottenham are linked to Rafael Leao from AC Milan. For me, that's a signing that can be done. More on that in a minute. Spurs have inquired about Jack Grealish also to fill the number 10 void. El Canus is another guy that they're considering for the same role, and I'll give you my dream number 9 that Spurs can possibly do as well if they pulled their finger out. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. This channel is growing strength to strength. I'm just under 100 now from 2,500 subscribers. This channel is booming because of you guys. It's much appreciated. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. Okay, let's start with tomorrow's match versus Bayern. Now, they are no mugs. They are a very top side. And Spurs are going into this game with no number 10. No recognised number 10 anyway. And for me, there's no excuses for this situation to even be happening. Because we knew Kulu was injured. We knew this. We knew James Maddison was injury prone. We knew we had to get someone in because Morgan Gibbs-White, we bid for him and we tried to sign him. So we knew we needed to fill that position even when Maddison was fit. But look how long we've dragged our heels on since we've been rejected for the Morgan Gibbs-White deal. It's still, we didn't have a plan B or a plan C or even a plan D. We didn't have any plan after we got rejected, and now we are short. We're literally 7 days away from a Super Cup final. And we are struggling, especially going forward. I think our forward options are very limited. So if we're playing Bayern tomorrow, the solution to this is probably going to have to be Richarlison up front, Tell on the left, Kudus on the right, and we're going to have to play Odegaard as in the 10. And don't get me wrong, Odegaard's impressed me in pre-season. He's been okay. He impressed me a little bit last season as well with a few appearances that he made. And remember, we haven't seen much of him. He's injured for most of last season. He hasn't really had a chance to show us what he can do. So hopefully he can show us what he can do against Bayern tomorrow. If he does that, then some of our fears may be alleviated just slightly. Doesn't mean we don't need another number 10. We 100% do. But that's the lineup up front I would go with. We know who we're going to be playing at the back as the usual suspects. Your dog is injured, so it'd be Spence, Van der Ven, Romero and Porro at the back with Vicario in goal. In the midfield, I think we can go for Paulina. I think he's going to make his debut, which is going to be brilliant. So he'll play in the 6. I think Bentancur will play in front of him. Bentancur is so underrated at this club. A lot of people don't rate him. I really rate Bentancur. I think he's a top talent. So it'll be Paulina, Bentancur in the 8, and I think, or like I said, Odegaard will play in the 10. So it's not a bad side, but again, going forward, it doesn't look very threatening, does it? Richarlison, he will be injured within the next couple of weeks. I guarantee it. I don't want him to be injured, but he just will be. He'll be, and if he comes off tomorrow, who's replacing him? All we can do is put Tell in his position. Then who's going to go on the left? Sonny's left now. Yang's going out on loan. Mikey Moore's going out on loan. Solomon's injured, but he'll be going out on loan. There's nobody there. I swear to God, we need to sign forward players. Now, that links me to somebody we are linked to. He's a superstar in Italy. He's called Rafael Leao from AC Milan. He is a brilliant left winger. Powerful, quick, skillful, scores goals, gets assists. He's a proper Frank winger. Like look what Frank did with Mbeumo. He would do the same with Leao. And can you imagine the wingers then of Kudus and Leao up front? That would be crazy. That would be something that teams would actually be frightened of. And it's possible to do. AC Milan haven't got European football. We've got Champions League football. I think he's on around 132,000 euros per week, which is around, 125 million pounds per week. Spurs can cover that. Spurs could probably pay him 180 to 200,000 per week. Spurs can afford him. We've still got that money for Morgan Gibbs-White. We got the 20 million in from Sonny, the 50 million injection from Enoch. There's probably players that we're going to sell and get money for as well. There's no reason why we can't get a Leao for 65 to 70 million, put him on our left wing, and every Spurs fan then would start rating the window a little bit higher. This is something if Spurs really wanted to do, they could do it. I honestly believe that. The only thing that would stop them is Leao himself not wanting to come, because he said he loves it in AC Milan. He loves it in Milan. So if he wants to be loyal and stay at Milan, there's nothing Spurs can do about it. But if we try, at least, it doesn't seem like we're actually putting any conviction into anything other than what's in the background that we don't know about. Do you know what I mean? There might be something going on that we don't know about, but this guy is for the taking, and he's a top quality player, and we should really go in for him. He really would improve our first 11 and our attack, which I think our attack really needs improving. So Spurs have also inquired about Jack Grealish. Now, this has really divided the Spurs fan base, and I can understand why, because I can see both sides of the argument. Jack Grealish, now 29 years old, is he as good as he was back a couple of years back? Yes, I believe he is. He had one bad season, he's got a World Cup year as well, and he'll have something to prove. And people say he hasn't got the work rate. Frank needs players with work rate. I think his work rate is really underrated. I actually do think he's got a high work rate in him. If you say he hasn't got a high work rate, I don't think you've really watched him play. He never stops running. He never does. He's not just this maverick, really good player on the ball. He's also runs his legs off. He really does. He loves putting in the tackle as well. So he would be a great, if we could get Grealish on a loan, for example, he would be a great signing. Just on loan, with no obligation to buy or nothing like that. Fill the void that Maddison and Kulu have left for now. We haven't made a signing that we're going to keep for 3 or 4 years and struggle to get rid. He could just be a stopgap for a year. He really could, and it would be a decent signing. Now, you've got, don't get me wrong, if there was a choice between Grealish and Eze, for example, Eze all day long, don't get me wrong. Okay, so I'm not saying Grealish should be our number one choice. What I'm saying is, if Spurs decide to go for Grealish, then it wouldn't be as bad as everyone would make it out. It's not the best what we could do, but it's not the worst either. Now, another one we're looking at is El Khanous, playing in exactly the same position, very technically gifted. His work rate is insane as well. Very good passer of the ball, through the eye of the needle stuff. He's another one that's young, another one that might be a risk, another one that is somebody that, if doesn't work out, people are going to say, see, we should have gone for proven quality. But he has got Premier League experience. He's played very well in the Premier League for a poor Leicester side, to be honest. And he stood out. He would be a really good signing as well. He really would. And he's also got a £22 million release clause. Come on. It's not that much of a risk. Go for it. If he turns out to be a really good player, then well done. You've got a top signing for £22 million. He's young. He's cheap. We can definitely afford the wages. And he'll have a sell-on fee. Like, we'd be able to sell him on for more if we needed to. That's like the perfect Daniel Levy signing. So that's another reason why I don't think... why we're not going for him. It's weird. So let me talk about the number 9 role, because again, I think if you go into the season with Solanke and Richarlison, you're going into the season with a half-fit Solanke and inevitable injury to Richarlison. So half a striker you're going into the season with. And plus Solanke shouldn't have to play 2 games per week, run him into the ground again. He'll end up getting injured and we'll have no strikers. We definitely 100% need to bring in a striker. And this is why the transfer window is so frustrating, because there's so much we need to do and we're doing nothing. And this is why Spurs fans are so frustrated at the moment. But my dream number 9 that I would bring in would be Kolo Muani. Now, we were linked with him last season. He ended up going to, I think it was Juventus or PSG, I can't remember. But he plays in the number 9 role. He's strong, he's physical, he's fast, he's great on the counter-attack. He's great at linking up play. You know, just imagine if you had Leao on the left, Kudus on the right, and Mawani up front. The power and pace you'd get from them three would be frightening for any defence. So I just can't imagine it not happening. Tottenham need to sort this out. Tottenham have got a big game tomorrow, an even bigger game in a week's time. Tottenham really need to make sure that they start getting signings over the line, because Spurs fans deserve better. They really do. You can't keep telling us you want to win the Premier League, you want to win the Champions League, Europa League's not good enough, we need more, and then don't help the manager that you bring in. You need to start helping them, and it needs to happen now. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this video. Who's your dream front three? Thank you for watching. Come on, you Spurs.